My name is Patrick. I'm from CRM Bot, and this is a presentation about why you should make your CRM conversational and how to do this. So, does it work? Yeah. So, quick thank you to our sponsors, and I'm proud to say that CRM Bot is actually co-sponsoring this event. This is the first time we do it. We're really proud to be here, really excited to be here. So, on the stage with me, there is Artur Zieliński, CEO of CRM Bot, and we also decided to do something interesting today, and we asked one of our clients to join in to give the presentation or showcase the presentation or his implementation. So before I give the floor to Artur, I will just quickly go over why this topic is important. So digital-led experiences are increasingly popular and increasingly important because of that. CRMs should be the base of creating engaging customer experiences, powerful, automated, seamless experiences for both customers and employees. From what we found out, there is not enough focus on making CRMs customer-facing, and this is the problem that we try to address with enabling companies to use conversational AI technologies within their Microsoft space. So we do that all across different channels. We enable companies to enable them to meet their customers where they are, no matter if it's text channels or voice channels, and this way to create powerful customer experiences. Okay.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Right. I don't need it anyway. So, my name is Artur Zieliński, CEO of CRM Bot, and I've got with me Markus Hobekamp, our customer, who is going live next week with our implementation of CRM Bot. But before we show you what Mark has done, I just very briefly explain what is it that we are. So, I'm going to regret this tomorrow, by the way. So,
Oh, hello?
Just for a second.
Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
Right, never mind. So, do you know Power Virtual Agents? Anybody here? No? Yeah? All right. Power Virtual Agents, still built on Microsoft Bot Framework as a technology, and 100% powered by your Power Platform. So you never leave the Power Platform interface. You build your chatbot in your model-driven app, and you build your entire fulfillment in Power Automate. So it's not only more flexible, as you will see with Markus' implementation, a lot more customizable and powerful, but also you do not need to learn a separate system, and there is no need for you to invest in expensive, custom-built and new systems. So, without further ado, I'm introducing again Markus Hobekamp, and I'll just be staying in behind running the presentation, and Markus will talk us through some of the scenarios.
I'll come a bit closer because I don't have that.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, much better.
That
Let's start again.
that can enable us to
utilize the data that is in the system for giving smart answers. So just think of being a new customer. We know that we shipped you a payment terminal, you know, one of those card machines 7 days ago, and you haven't done a single transaction. If you log into our system or just come to our website and we see that you have a cookie and we know who you are, the chatbot window will open and we would say, hey, welcome back. We saw that you don't have done any transaction yet. Do you need help with setting up the terminal? And we would bring you to a link to a video or something like that. Or if we see that certain transaction types were failing, we're probably saying, you may have an issue with your card reader. Mind to do the following test for us. And then, you know, go back to us, or we even look into the transaction log and see the transaction did come through or not, and probably we say, oh, we believe that your card reader, the physical card reader is broken. We'll send you a new terminal, ship the other one back as soon as you receive the new one. So this kind of interaction is something that we want to do with the chatbots. And we found out very soon that Power Virtual Assist, the product that Art already mentioned, has some flaws. The first, you can't really these proactive scenarios are not really supported. Second, we need to support languages like Estonian and Finnish. That's not really a strength of Microsoft yet. And the third, if you look into the price sheet, you know I am not with them. You know, it's just you pay, I think, more than 50 cents for each chat, or 45 you get into, you know, into scales. It's just, I mean, sorry, that's just too expensive. So we started the project not that long ago, and Arthur said we go live next week with something that is not yet the payment terminal experience, but we wanted to showcase also to potential users the strength of the chatbot framework by doing something that you could also do with a web shop. We're selling thermal rolls that you use in a payment terminal for the transaction receipts. And instead of just using a normal web shop, we said, let's use chat technology for that. Let's make it entertaining. Or, I mean, entertaining is probably too strong, but let's make it interactive. And that's exactly what we are demoing today. If you go to our website, I mean, this is just a mock-up website for the conference here. You have two ways of triggering. You have the chatbot icon that you see, but you could also click directly on the button. That would trigger an intent at the chatbot saying, I want to order paper rolls or thermal rolls. As you see, it's easy to integrate pictures and everything. And what is also important for us is, if you think of guiding people to solutions, you have sometimes the possibility to let people write, but you also want to guide. So we have very much this combination of text input or just pressing a button. In this case, it's a selection of how many printer rolls you want to order, together with the pricing, if you just press one of them. And now we get into a dialogue. As said, if it is a returning customer and we identify a cookie with a security token, we would welcome the customer and say, hey, welcome back. We're not talking about big transactions here, so we don't do OTP or so. If it is a big transaction, obviously, we would additionally also ask for a one-time password per email. But here, for printer rolls, we wouldn't do this. We have not recognized the customer here, so Arthur just entered his name. And we are going now quickly through the process, which is 2 more steps. Next, asking for an email address. And the phone number. And now we come to something where we, let's say, go a little bit further by showing again something where we have an integration to a third-party system. We use a company database for our German and Austrian customers, and another database for Estonian and Finnish customers. We have 2 search criteria. You can either enter your VAT number, or you can enter a name, part of your company name. And if you do so, we look into this database, and again, using something that is suitable for such a small window, display cards with the different options of companies that we found. and you can walk through them a little bit. The screen is optimal, is a bit small. You can walk through them, or you can also go, if you want to go to the right side. You can also say, no, that's not me. You know, I probably changed the search, or I entered the address manually. But if you just go onto that and set to both, I mean, you can select, do you want to have a separate shipping address, but in most case for smaller merchants, just press that button. Now we set up, or we create an order confirmation or order summary. Again, very simple. The data that we received, VAT number not provided, the contact data, price and everything. You can again now change your details. You can say, oh, I want to have misspelled my email address, or I can change the addresses. But in this case, as everything is right, we just confirm the order. And now we come to payment options. You have to think a little bit different because the chatbot is not filling the full page. So the payment experience need to be a bit different than if you have a page that you can just turn into a payment page. What we do here is we have two payment options, paid by bank transfer. If you quickly hit that one, please, you get the payment instructions. But you can also just close this again and decide to pay by card, which Arthur is doing now. And that then triggers just a payment page. And if Arthur quickly just does a payment, 424242. Sorry, you have to do the email address. No, 42424. Just 4242s, otherwise it's declined. Have to remember the right test card number. So if you do this payment in the background or on this hosted payment page, then obviously in the background it is processed, it takes a moment. But what we want to demonstrate is that the chatbot can also react onto external events and display a message if an external event happened, in this case an incoming payment. And okay. Well, and obviously it also gets all recorded directly in Dynamics, so the system is directly linked there.
The internet, sorry. Yeah.
It's not only the microphone that is used here.
Yeah, so I'll just add here that essentially everything we do across the board, whether you get prices, make a payment, all of that is directly synced with Dynamics. So one of the advantages of CRM Bot, because you're building on Power Automate, every time there is a turn in conversation, all of that data gets synced to your Dynamics or to your Dataverse or Power Platform. So you really do not need to worry about integration as much. And as Marcus said, you know, this is just an example, a quick, simple journey. We can extend it in the future by using proactive messages, by giving different channels. But you see already with this very quick journey how relatively simple it is to add a lot of value, like, you know, get your address, get your company details. Because we're calling external APIs, the chatbot is just smarter than, you know, your standard, you know, text-based, you know, Q&A approach. So yeah, I thank you so much for your time. We are at the stand 36. We already seen quite a few people come up to us and ask what CRM Bot is. So if you would like a more hands-on experience or a demo, please come and see us. There is also a prototype offer. So if you go to our website, you can register for free and get essentially half an hour with myself, Mikhail or Patrick to discuss your chatbot needs, and absolutely no commitment needed for us to spend 7 days working with you on a prototype that you can do whatever you want with after, but we promise you, you will not be disappointed. So we realize that this is sometimes a new stuff, and you know, there is Power Virtual Agents, and it's great that people are testing it more. But one word of advice, don't be like some of my customers, which they came to us after 6 months and said, now we have to rebuild 150 topics because we finally realized this is what we need. So make sure you choose the right tool for the job. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Marcus, for coming. This is really appreciated. Thank you all.